Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Today, I'm not coming to you from the bailiwick of Jersey. Though you know who lives and works there? Phil Taylor from myjoomla.com. On Phil's site at myjoomla.com, he has award-winning tools that will help you secure, manage, upgrade, and monitor your site, and much more. Now, I'd heard of Phil's site, especially in the Joomla group on Facebook, when people were asking for advice on what to do with their Joomla sites when they'd been hacked. And I've been saving a Joomla site that's hacked to do a number of tutorials, so I thought this was the perfect chance to really try out this service that Phil offers. Be sure to watch to the end of the video and I'll tell you how you can enter for a free 1-year membership to manage one Joomla site on myjoomla.com. It's a giveaway that's going to happen every month because of Phil's generosity. So with that in mind, let's head on over to the computer and check it out. Thanks again for joining me on this journey of getting more enjoyment and success out of our Joomla sites. As I said in the intro, I have this Joomla site that is hacked, and that's what we're going to use as the test here right now on myjoomla.com. Myjoomla.com allows you to have one site audit, a free audit for the site that you submit when you create an account. And that will give you information on what needs to be updated on your site, many things, and it'll also do a deep scan of your files looking for signs of hacked files. And we're going to see all of that now as we look at the screen here and check out how to sign up for that free audit and create an account and some of the features that you'll find in your free audit. So here we are at the myjoomla.com site, and we're going to click on sign up. Once there, we're going to put in our names. I'll do that right now. Oh, full name, Tim. I've done it wrong already. And a username, I'm going to create that as Cybersalt. And a password. I will be blurring that out. And my email, tim@cybersalt.com. Okay, country, I'm in Canada. And here are the installation instructions for the plugin that is going to be used for myjoomla.com to access your Joomla site, my Joomla site. Now, there's lots of great instructions on this site. The first time when I was checking this site out and practicing and preparing for this tutorial, I wasn't reading everything and I kind of got confused and kind of got lost, but there's lots there. So just read your way through the instructions. And here we have in these instructions 3 options. You can install from URL, you can install from file, or you can install from older series. And this will work with all Joomla versions from Joomla 1.5.0 onwards. So I'm going to use this older series method. Start connection wizard. Tell us where your Joomla site is. All right, we're going to go to copy the URL of that hack site, and I'm going to paste it in. You can just type it in if you want, and then click to set the site address. Now, download our connector plugin. Each plugin has a different set of security keys, so it can only be used on one site. That's important to note because later on, if you want to manage more than one site through myjoomla.com, you have to put in a unique plugin for each one. So I'm going to click download. Now this zip file opens up. I'm going to save it to my computer. I'm going to pay attention to where I save it so it doesn't go missing. And click save, and then go continue. Oops, sorry for the interruption, Joomla fans. While I was editing this, I realized that I missed something. At this stage, after you have downloaded the plugin that connects to myjoomla.com, when this window opens, you can click to go to your administration page, which is where you're going to install the plugin. So I missed that when I was going through the tutorial when I was recording it. And now the next section will show you another way to go in and install that plugin if you didn't click on your administration page button like I didn't. Sorry about that. We're going to go to the site and we're going to install that plugin or that zip file that we just installed. And we do that in the back end. click on the tab where I'm already logged into the back end of this hack site, and I'm going to go to Extensions, Extension Manager. And because I've downloaded that zip file, that plugin, to my computer, I'm going to upload a package file. And I'm going to go to the folder where I downloaded it to, because I made sure I looked to see where it was. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to open it. And I'm going to upload now. Once the plugin is uploaded, it says your connector is now installed. You do not need to do anything else in your Joomla site. Please return to myjoomla.com to continue. So we'll click back to the tab where that is. Next, we're going to click on the button that corresponds to the version of Joomla that the site is that we've just installed the connector to. And I know this is a Joomla 2.5 site, so I'll click this middle button. And the tab that opens up, I see Ready. So that's what we're looking for. We can go back to the tab for myjoomla.com, and I see Ready. Okay, we click this button next. After you've installed the connector on your site, click the button below to test the connection between our service and your site. We click this blue button next. Now it's checking and it's waiting. And there we go. It's made its connection. It's done a quick evaluation of the site, and it is also automatically starting your audit. So while that audit is taking place, and we know it's taking place because here I'm going to click on the Audit tab, and it says your audit is running in the background. You don't need to stay here for it to progress. Come back later. And when I ran this test and I was learning this site and getting ready for the tutorial, I mean, this site is so hacked. It's got a ton of extra files added to it. So it's going to take, it took about half an hour for it to be scanned. I mean, it's just huge. And the amount of time it'll take for your audit to proceed depends really on the size of your site and the number of files that you have, because it is doing a deep scan. While it's doing that deep scan, it's your chance to just kind of take a look around at some of the things that you can see from your site through connecting here. But for now, I'm just going to let that audit run, and I'll pause the video here and be right back when it's complete. Okay, the scan is complete, and here are the results of the audit. Information that we could already see in some of the other things, but you'll see that the hacked section shows there's 270 problems found. Lots of problems on this site. So you could take a look at all of this information, and it will give you some ideas and some recommendations and things to do to fix up your site. But especially if you're concerned about the hacking, what you can then do is go to this hack section, to the 270 problems found, and click Run Tool. In running this tool, you'll see that here are some very important instructions as well, because not all of the files that show up as hacked are necessarily hacked, and not all of the files that show up that aren't hacked aren't necessarily hacked. But there's some suggestions down here, and you really want to be very careful and meticulous in looking through these recommendations. Now, as we scroll down, we can take a look, and this first file that comes up, just as an example, says hacked file. Look at that, plugins/wp-plugins.php. There is no such file because that's a WordPress file. There's no such file in Joomla. Now, if you happen to have a Joomla install, a WordPress install inside of your Joomla site in a folder somewhere, you have to know your site. But this is suggesting that it's hacked. Now, look what we can do here. We can click on this exclamation button, and it will show us the part of this file that it looks like is hacked. This is pretty funky code right here. You can also, if you want, you can go right and edit the file right on your server here. So we click edit, and it will load the file contents from the server, and you're going to take a look in here, and basically you're going to see a lot of hinky code in this file. I've looked at this file before. There it is. That is not a Joomla page. That's not really an anything page for what we're concerned about. So what you could do, if this was a file that you had just a little bit of infection in it, you could take out the infected parts and apply the changes and close the window. But this is a nasty file and it's hacked. So you need to go into your web server and or onto your web space and delete plugins /wp plugins.php. And basically this free audit is showing you all of the pages that may be hacked. Now again, this .html, you might have .html pages in the folder for your Joomla file. I have at least one site that has those just because I'm converting them over to my Joomla page, over to my Joomla site, and so I'm leaving them there so they're not broken links. But let me tell you, this all of these HTML files, and there are thousands of them on this hack site, they're all bogus. They're not supposed to be there. And when you start seeing watch, Seiko men's, Oakley golf shoes, just all this kind of stuff, it's being put there on the hack. And again, you can always go to edit the file and have a look in there. And what you're going to see when this is loaded is just some really wild code again. So again, another excellent way for you to go. What I would do is I would go in and I would delete all of these HTML files that I know I did not put in there, and they're all in the root. This will show you so many on the list, and here's some more hacked files, suggested hack files. You're really going to have to go through these and check and see if they really are hacked. And some of them might be false positives. They might be files that actually belong with extensions or are produced by extensions in your Joomla install. So in order to clean your site, you're going to have to be very meticulous. Now, if it turns out that this is more work than you want to do, or you're not sure of the work that would be required to do all this, or checking out all the sites, you can scroll up to the top of the site and you'll see this link here, pay for expert help. This is what Phil does for a living, and so that might be something that you consider. Also, if you're going to run more audits, or you want to take advantage of some of the tools that you're going to see available in the recommendations for your site, you need a paid account, and you can check out the pricing and plans after you set your currency, see how much that would cost. Now, having said that, remember at the beginning of the video I said watch to the end to learn how you can enter for a free 1-year subscription to manage one site on myjoomla.com. A new monthly giveaway that we have happening here on the basic Joomla site, thanks to Phil donating a membership each month. So if you want to enter that contest, look in the description below. You'll find a link directing you to it, and eventually there might actually be a card that I put at the top of the screen here that will help you find a place where you can enter not only this contest or other contests that may be running on the basicjoomla.com site or the Cybersalt site. So I'm going to leave it all there. I hope you do enter, and I hope that this was really helpful. Leave a comment below. Have you ever been hacked? Is there anything, any of the features that you would like to see first about this site for me to do another tutorial on? Just send some feedback about what you're seeing, what you're finding, and what's been going on with your site. Be interested to read that, and I'm sure others would be interested in reading that as well. So thank you for watching. Enjoy your Joomla sites. God bless.